Alright, dude. I got Kratos. Let's do this!
Kratos versus Asura.
Oh,
The Ghost of Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor. Cause sometimes you just want to punch a god in the face. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
The new God of War. Oh, so good.
In the beginning, the Primordials waged war across existence.
Especially the old God of War games, dude. It is absolutely insane and crazy.
What I call a Big Bang.
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus's strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born from violence.
Starting the whole messy cycle, Uranus was overthrown by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
As a classic bastard child of Zeus, Kratos was left among Spartan mortals, far exceeding he became a fierce warrior, winning many battles, until finally cornered by ruthless barbarians.
Ares, destroy these guys who are kicking my ass, and my life is yours. The deal was made, and Kratos was joined at the bone with the Blades of Chaos, a set of chain swords, and basically a badass whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the Ghost of Sparta.
So he was kind of understandably really pissed off. Time for a new God of War. The gods were crapping their togas in fear as the new God of War took out his rage on all of them. And got some new gear out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades, all of them. And got some new gear out of it too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings, Kratos dominated both sea and sky. He also has a tendency to carry powerful severed heads, like Medusa's.
And the claws of Hades could steal souls, even the soul of Hades himself. Should have thought that one through, man.
Neither Perseus or Hercules were a match for Kratos, nor was Helios, the sun god capable of moving stars and spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought Atlas, the Titan of Strength, who broke the load-bearing pillar of the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he can do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him. You know, the guy who overthrew the primordial that punched the universe into existence?
Causing shockwaves that moved over a quadrillion times faster than light. Frankly, incomprehensible feat.
Daddy Zeus,
who proved a serious challenge, until Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
It can make tornadoes.
You use that blade more common
It can stab the hell out of you. It siphons godly energy and can pull enough to even kill Zeus.
From his fatality.
Like father, like son.
Even though Kratos ultimately released hope across the Greek world, he could only do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing. And yet, he couldn't be any more depressed.
His wife and daughter were still gone. What was he to do?
He didn't know. He wandered aimlessly for years, somehow stumbling into Norse mythology where he met Faye, his second wife. Good start, buddy.
Kratos had a new lease on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook. Especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again!
One of my favorite places in games.
Kratos' fault this time.
One of my favorite games, one of my favorite games of all time.
To keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan Axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan Axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Thor wishes Mjolnir was as cool as this axe. It's
imbued with death magic, but I still haven't played Ragnarok.
It can be summoned
the game, but I haven't played it.
It even shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Asir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with God.
Dude, it
but
was
now he knew how to control his anger.
so good.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
I love activating Spartan rage, so good.
Himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is problematic, and Kratos wields plenty of new weapons and relics to channel his rage through.
Like the Dropnir ring, which can summon a bunch of wind spears. They can absorb all kinds of energy and blast it back. He even has relics and magic that can warp space and slow down time.
Naturally, he contested with the strongest of the Norse gods, including the god of thunder Thor, who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the same time.
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well, not exactly. Freyr, the rain god, held off Ragnarok for a considerable time on his own, and the sheer power of Ragnarok shook Yggdrasil down to its very roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs. Every strand transcending time, transcending space. Everything comes back to the tree.
So it's kind of like Kratos lives in a really, really, really big treehouse.
In his quest to free the Norse world, Kratos reclaimed old weapons by reckoning with his past sins, even taking up the Blade of Olympus once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Kratos made a lifetime of mistakes, but this future would be different. He'd be more than he was in the past, not just a god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender, a god of hope.
I know. I know a little bit of a soul rap, or a little bit.
Only to rise from the depths of Naraka after
12,000 really years. Love this game.
After 12,000 years, he's free to punch everything dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
Alongside 7 other demigod generals, Asura served as defender of humanity against the impure Goma, dark spirit monsters infesting the world.
And the demigods battled the Goma by wielding a mystic and fire, Mantra.
By advancing technology with Mantra, the Guardian Generals became essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness Mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle, like the 6-armed Vajra.
I know that one. I keep
the embodiment of
the
planet's will and the source of the Goma, Vlitra.
But he wasn't angry enough to put Goma Vlitra down for good. At least not yet. Of course, since he's literally powered by wrath, no enemy of Asura's would be stupid enough to do something that would make him even more mad, right?
I remember when I see him one shoot like this.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra.
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge Mantra energy,
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and killed him. What a dick.
But true to his nature, Asura was literally too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess Mantra, he can climb back out of Naraka, a sort of limbo underworld between life and death. Thanks to some coaxing from a strange golden spider, he did just that, with an all-new purpose in mind.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really, really, really pissed off.
And through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen,
who could dwarf the planet and wreck it with just a finger. look at this!
Asura is so powerful, his soul cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities.
Oh,
he can
dude,
propel
this is like
himself
a
with mantra
tie,
to fly,
dude.
harden
Like,
his fist to
dude.
break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid, like that one dad that knocks out a ref at a Little League game.
And then the gods killed that girl too, along with her whole village, sparking Asura to unleash his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, even in berserker mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry mantra, he wiped out the god's whole space fleet in seconds.
Asura's anger raised to levels so high even he couldn't contain it, scorching him into his wrath form.
Even though it hurts Asura while he's in it, this form is still perfect for absolutely shit-stomping a snobby demigod's face in. It's okay though, his brother-in-law punched the edge out of him.
Yasha saw the error of the deity's senseless sacrifices and teamed up with Asura for a coup against Deus.
Awesome, they're bros again! Just in time for Asura to hit his former boss with so much mantra that he burst. Then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to 1,000 arms. His mantra form. Finally, a power capable of killing
this
Litra
game
in a big
looks
planet.
awesome.
Deus was defeated, and Gaia was saved. Yet, Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Idol drop!
It turns out that spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
And everyone's suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it. That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw hands.
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans to the 7 deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a planet. Unbound by his past limits, Asura's ultimate destructor form effortlessly punched through asteroids larger than nebulas, dodged planet-sized lasers moving 2 quadrillion times faster than light, and obliterated whole stars.
Chakravartin was understandably impressed and offered Asura a chance to take his place. Asura smiled at the offer and extended his arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God, obliterating him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so was the concept of mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to smack a random thug, a meteor, or Ryu.
Wait, what?
Balls.
It's interesting. Despite the dangers of uncontrolled anger, Asura's wrath gave him the power to save everything. All because of just one thing.
Some bastard made his daughter cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Alright, dude, this is tough, ladies and gentlemen.
We run the data through all
I got
possibilities.
Kratos! I got Kratos! Oh, here we go! Oh, I got Kratos, let's go! Gotta do There's God of War. The music. Whoa, what's going on? Huh? Huh?
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia. But not for long. You do not want this fight.
Oh,
Run!
whoa! Whoa, whoa! Oh, oh! Whoa! Look at! The rage! Oh, the music! Oh, the big songs! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh, come on, Chris, come on!
You let your wrath consume you. I have been down that road before.
Oh.
Very well.
Oh, the God! Oh, this is big! Oh, the spears! Whoa! Whoa! Oh no! Oh, what we did already! Whoa! 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 Nice! Dude, this is...
This is not my end!
What? Oh, the Asura! Oh, this is sick! Oh, this is awesome! Oh, come on, Chris, come on! Huh? Oh! Ah! Kratos? Oh! Oh, come on, come on! Come on, come on! Oh! Oh, oh!
Death has not earned me yet, Titan!
Oh! 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 Whoa! Ah!
But you deserve a worthy end!
Oh, running back! Oh, it's Spider-Man! Oh, this is a... Oh! 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 Oh!
You
Oh!
are a
Oh!
monster no longer. I never was.
Wow! Wow! Okay, wow! Whoa!
Well, I guess Asura's wrath really is gone. But are we sure this is how it'd go? Even though Asura can blow up stars?
Wow, dude!
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but
dude.
the full scope of their speed,
Alongside
experience,
Bowser vs.
versatility,
Eggman,
and power shed a
that was
surprising
the
light.
best
First
one!
glance, speed seems like a shoe-in for
That's a
Asura.
big one, top
Kratos
one,
is
still,
quick, but he
Bowser
never
vs.
dodged the
Eggman.
universe-crossing
Definitely,
laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't.
Asura.
Remember,
And
as usual,
no one
we
is
look at
Among
these
Us
characters
Fall
at
Guys.
their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Yeah,
Dude.
we're looking at everything in canon, and Kratos fought and
That
killed
was so
Helios, the
good,
sun
dude.
god.
From the moment he's introduced, Helios is
so
emphasized to be
emotional, dude.
immensely powerful.
Dude.
Without Helios, darkness would shroud everything. His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So,
I
kinda
just
hard to
saw
quantify,
Asura's
but that's
body,
consistent
I was like,
with the
no
shock
way.
the primordials caused that
And
spawned the
then once
universe.
Arguments could be made for which is
spear,
faster, the primordial
the blade,
shockwaves
I was
or
like,
Chocolat's
oh, dude.
intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are generally even.
Wow!
But what does speed matter if
time.
you don't know how to use it? Let's cover experience. Asura lived across centuries, obviously
Maybe
a
it
lot
definitely has
longer
to be-
than Kratos.
And
Definitely
while
Kratos.
Kratos eventually learned to control his rage, Asura pretty much always had that control.
So
Oh.
Asura easily takes
Okay.
experience. But when it comes to versatility, he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos
Oh,
has.
yeah.
Sure,
Oh,
Asura is quite
100%.
skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly,
Yeah.
multiple
Oh,
weapons
I
that
told-
could
I told
drain
you,
a
Kratos can
variety
even
of
heal
energies, like mantra.
Yeah, when Asura loses all his mantra energy, that's it for him. So the Dropnir spears and the Blade of Olympus gave Kratos exactly what he needed. Versatility, and multiple ways to finish this for good before Asura just comes crawling back out of the underworld.
If he could, Asura's resurrections take years or whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the
Maybe
bigger
it's
kaboom,
time?
he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can
So I guess
measure
I'm
its
not
size
talking
and
about this.
volume.
Very
And we know this
interesting.
map is accurate because it shows these two realms conjoin, which we see in game.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant lowball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
Yeah!
Hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath 2, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Whoa!
Asura's The Sun Rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is Kratos.
Wow! That...
But what if...
Oh! Oh, it's an ending! Wait.
That concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2. The end. Next time on...
All right, let's see. Oh? Who is it? Oh, it's Spider! Oh! Spawn! Whoa! Whoa!
See more Death Battle. Thanks
Whoa! That's okay. Okay, now that is oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, dude. I remember the day Death by Machine Ghost Run and Lobo. Oh, but Spawn. Oh yeah. Oh, now that is an awesome death battle. Oh, I cannot even say that, but oh my, this death battle was absolutely amazing, ladies. And this might be my second favorite death battle. Oh, dude, that was awesome. That was amazing, ladies. And it was. I did not expect it to get so emotional, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, dude, that was amazing. 10 out of 10. 1 million out of 10. Now that is what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, dude, that was amazing. That is alongside Bowser vs. Eggman, Among Us vs. Fall Guys, and now Kratos vs. Asura, ladies. And now that is one of my favorite death battles, ladies. And the next death battle, oh yeah, it's about to get good. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my reaction to Death Battle Kratos vs. Asura, ladies. And rating this video so far, ladies, and amazing, fantastical, amazing. Leave comments below. Once again, ladies, I want any video game first, and any music in this video, belongs to my phone on this, ladies. To reach the link of this video, ladies, with this description below. Make a subscribe, like my other videos. This Death Battle was absolutely amazing. I did not expect to get so emotional, ladies, but that was absolutely fantastic and amazing and beautiful, ladies. See you guys in the next video, ladies. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.